This is a big mock draft this week. First one since the NFL Scouting Combine.
Changes everything.
Yes, it
somewhat.
does. Except we still have Blake Bortles going #1 to the Texans.
We do, and I mean, it makes sense. He was a little slower in the 40 than I thought a lot of people expected him to run, but Houston needs a quarterback. Bortles is a quarterback near the top.
Yep.
Go with Bortles. Number 2, the Falcons, who need a pass rusher.
They do.
We have them trading up to grab the best player in this draft, Jadeveon Clowney.
I agree. We do see something with Stephen White's excellent analysis.
Yes.
We see that while he's the most amazing athlete in the NFL draft, he needs to be coached up.
Yeah, little raw still.
Yeah.
All right, number 3, Jacksonville with Bridgewater.
Sure, yeah.
Terrific.
You're not going to regret Teddy Bridgewater. He's going to be great.
Yes, absolutely. Unless they really want to strengthen that defense, because Gus Bradley is a defensive guy, and
Yes.
they want Khalil Mack, they want a pass rusher, but Bridgewater makes sense there.
Because I'm not sure that Blaine Gabbert is the guy.
No, I am sure that he is not. Sammy Watkins to Cleveland at 4. They already have, Cleveland does, a top-notch NFL wide receiver in Josh Gordon.
Love Watkins as wide receiver. Do not like him going to Cleveland.
Yeah, they have needs that are more pressing, like somebody who can
Throw the ball.
that throw motion was terrible.
Yeah,
I apologize.
yeah, no.
And then at 5, Johnny Manziel. A lot of people, is he a 3rd or 4th rounder?
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
He's a
Absolutely
first-round
not.
draft pick, and he should be.
And Oakland would be a fun home for him if they can surround him with an offensive line.
I love the culture plus personality. It's a great mix.
Yes, absolutely. Let's jump around a little bit here. Khalil Mack, a lot of people don't see him falling this far to Pittsburgh at 15.
No, this is probably the most talented outside linebacker in the NFL draft. Probably a top 10 pick. And we'll get more into the Steelers and AFC North team needs in a bit, but they need a safety. They don't need a linebacker.
Yeah, they're getting old at safety. We're unsure about what's going to happen in that defensive backfield. I like Mack as a value there. Odell Beckham Jr. to 17 in Baltimore.
Ravens absolutely need a wide receiver. They still haven't filled the Anquan Bolden hole, and they're not getting any better. They've got some serious holes. We'll get into that as well.
Yeah.
How about C.J. Mosley to Green Bay?
They have a couple of inside linebackers, but they don't really have depth there. And defensively, Green Bay could use a lot of help, and C.J. Mosley could be the rock inside linebacker for them years to come.
A.J. Hawk's okay, but he's not great, and he's deteriorating quickly.
Absolutely. Tiny Richardson to Miami.
Yeah, I think they have some holes on the offensive line.
I would say so, yeah.
I like Tiny Richardson. He's a great player. He did really well on a lousy Volunteers team against the rest of the SEC. To stand out in that capacity is really impressive.
A couple of young running backs with Miami, a young quarterback that needs anchoring on the left side of the line.
It's a good pick.
Absolutely. And then finally, Aaron Donald. No way to me he falls this far.
Not after the performance he put out at the Combine. I think he's a top 20 pick. Possibly the first defensive tackle off the board.
Right.
And Denver has a pretty deep defensive line. That's not where they're weak. That's confounding to me. I don't see that happening.
The only reason I'd say hooray is if he falls that far, you grab him and you hold on to him and you say, he's all mine.
There's no chance that you actually get your arms around him.
No, that was around one arm. That was one arm that I was getting around. All right, that is this week's analysis of Mocking the Draft's mock draft. We're going to do it every week.